Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. This being Doris Day week in primetime hours since Monday on TCM, we've had a lot of treats. We've had Doris and her light musicals early in her career. Also Doris being dramatic. Doris working in romantic comedies with the pick of the best leading men in Hollywood. But we're going to start this next and final session with Doris with what I think is the best movie she ever made. And I think many will agree on that. It's Love Me or Leave Me, released by MGM in 1955, with Doris paired with one of her all-time best screen partners, James Cagney. It's a movie that came very close to being made without Doris. At the time, Doris Day was still under contract to Warner Brothers Studios and had never made a film for any other movie company but Warner Brothers. Love Me or Leave Me was made at MGM and initially was planned to star MGM's own Jane Powell. Jane had been personally chosen for the part by the woman the movie is about, singer Ruth Etting. Then for a brief spell, Ava Gardner was considered for the part, but in the end it was Doris playing Ruth Etting. And stunningly so, too. Ruth Etting was a famous singer who in the Prohibition days of the 1920s had become involved with a small-time gangster named Marty Schneider, who pushed her to stardom. It was a relationship filled with tension and a lot of trouble, but most of all, it was a life that encompassed a great deal of music. Now, at this point, Doris Day had played some dramatic roles in movies, but nothing that approached this one, and with it, she really knocked everybody for a loop. I mean, who knew that beneath that perky voice and that sunny face, there was also this really superb actress. Well, the movie received a total of 6 Academy Award nominations, including one for James Cagney, who plays the gangster, who not only pushed her career, but totally controlled Ruth Etting's life. Amazingly, though, there was no nomination for Doris, one of Oscar's great oversights. But don't cry for Doris Day. She got top billing in the movie above James Cagney and eventually did receive an Oscar nomination 4 years later for a performance in Pillow Talk. But I've always thought that nomination was also a belated acknowledgement of her great work in this movie that we're going to bring you right now. Here from 1955, directed by Charles Vidor, Love Me or Leave Me.